Prime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Got it. Check, check. Hey, stand up.
Now ETN to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. The Jaguars at 2-11 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. It's a throw again is Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And this one's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll go option to the short side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, it's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an intercept. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
We're going to 54. We're going to 52. So we're going to 54. Hey, kill. 47.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
But those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. To the 43, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando, check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating guard, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. First down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 60. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Lawrence. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Eight yards to go on second down. Now a give here to Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, that the head of steam come out of the backfield.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ready? 3 yards remain for 2nd down. off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Hey, Echo! Sorry!
Lawrence on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Go! Hey, shoot. Hey, come on here. Hey, shoot. Hey, Mike 7. Hey, Hayward.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
21 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, over it!
But to throw again is Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Micah Parsons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On the set. Look at me. Step back.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. He's got room past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Lawrence going to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Hey, 7. Pilot, 64, 3. Hey, Hayward.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing here, Prescott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down, Cowboys.
They'll run left with Pollard. Down to about the 22 here. 63 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.